She kept insisting on giving her another chance, that we can love each other again, that we could be together. Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go with them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, gonna go to a story titled, 10 years ago, my girlfriend abandoned me and our 5-year-old daughter. Now she wants her family back. And a big shout out to Joseph for sending me this good story. And guys, this is all about a guy who met this gal, and you're gonna hear how amazing and wonderful he thought she was in the beginning. Immediately put her on the pedestal. But after a few years and having a daughter, he found out just how sinister and selfish and awful she is. Out of nowhere, you're going to see she just abandons both him and his daughter to pretty much go be a carousel rider. However, 10 years later, guess who's back? Wanting a second chance, wanting her family back, saw the light, all that crap. And you're going to see how this guy handles the whole thing in the end. And this is an example, guys, to show you on multiple fronts here, just how selfish some of these a-holes can be. How also, when a woman has a certain perception of you, it's very hard for that to go away. So she thinks her guy is a weak, nice guy, and she breaks up with him, and then later on she wants to come back. It's because her perception is he's so weak and thinks I'm so amazing, he'll take me back. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed that pattern in the stories I've done, or maybe you experienced that in your own personal life. You know, the girl she can't shake the fact that you've changed, and she can't get you like she did before. We're going to have that here. And you're also going to have an example in the story, guys, of a nice guy. A very nice guy. And while his ex-girl is an a-hole on multiple fronts, he didn't help his situation with some of his nice guy ways, which I'm going to point out along the way. It gives ammo to people like her to take advantage of guys like that. But at the end of the day, guys, a gal does you wrong and kicks you to the curb, abandons you, especially with a kid, you never take them back, ever. So, it starts off, says here, my story begins 16 years ago, when I met Lucy. She was an amazing girl, intelligent, beautiful, fancy, funny, just the greatest girl I ever met. Well, you are a terrible judge of character, my friend. I felt so lucky when we started dating. Smack! Right there. I already put her on the pedestal, and I guarantee you she knew it. And after a year in the relationship, we had a baby. Smack! Dumbass. Wear fucking protection. 1 year, she's got you. I was living the dream, living with my girlfriend. Smack! That's 3 smacks in like 2 minutes. Raising our little daughter. Being a happy family. I love Lucy so much. And after some years, we were finally getting married. Our daughter was the most excited one about the wedding. She was going to be the flower girl. Everything seemed to be perfect. Until one day, when I was heading back home, a guy wanted to talk with me. At first, I believed he may want to sell me something until he mentioned Lucy. Politely, he asked me to talk in private. He then asked me to please stop everything about the wedding and step back because he and Lucy wanted to be together. I'd be like, I beg your pardon? Excuse me? I'm about to be married. This is the mother of my 5-year-old daughter, and you and my wife want to be together. Elaborate, and then I'll kick your ass. I didn't believe him until he started telling me a lot of details about her that would be impossible to know. I returned home as fast as I could. I didn't want this to be the truth, and I told her about it, hoping it was all a mistake. But no, it wasn't. The next hour, she told me everything, that she's been cheating on me for the last 2 years. Oh my God. And this guy was in such bliss with his happy little family, he had no idea. Now, this guy's obviously a nice guy, made a lot of nice guy mistakes, but you know what? He's a human being, he's a guy, and doesn't deserve to be treated this way. And she took his kindness for weakness, his love for her as a way to walk all over him. You can see right here. It says here, she told me about how all the time she said she loved me, that she wanted us to be together, and she loved her family were all lies. Ouch. However, her new man was a younger, stronger, handsome, and better lover. She said that she didn't want to be tied to me, how she lost her freedom for being a mother, and she didn't want to be a wife, that she wanted her freedom back. You mean freedom to get as much D-I-C-K as you want. She's not just abandoning and cheating on this guy, she's also abandoning and cheating on the daughter. But it shows how much of a selfish asshole she is. I'm like, hey, bitch, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. You're never going to see me or your daughter again. The final stab was when she said she was happy that I finally knew. Now she was able to leave. I cried, begged, humiliated myself, and got on my knees. Smack! I get he's breaking down, but no, you never do this, ever. Asking for another chance to try to fix our relationship. My arm is sore already from giving smacks, but I would have smacked him for that one. Fix our relationship? She's the one that ruined it. But she didn't want to. She wanted the thrill and excitement with this new guy to make her feel. Now, the next day, she left us. I felt broken, humiliated, and emasculated. But my daughter needed me. She was heartbroken too. Her mother left, and she believed it was her fault. Poor kid. She heard when Lucy said she didn't want to be a mother anymore. She needed me, and I need to be strong for her. Yes, you need to be strong for your daughter. You need to pull the strength that's deep down in you and be strong for your girl. Fortunately, we had help. My family and Lucy's family supported us in every possible way. Her parents were so ashamed for their daughter's actions, and they couldn't even look me in the face without apologizing for everything that she did. I'll be in debt with everyone forever for all their help. Well, thank the Lord, this good guy, too good of a guy in my opinion, but good guy, got the support from not only his family, but her family. But here's the question. If the situation was reversed and if the guy picked up and left, you bet your ass she'd be suing him for child support. So where's the child support from her? Where's the lawsuit towards her? That's my question. Fast forward 10 years later, after lots of times in therapy, my daughter and I are living happy. She's the light of my life, a beautiful 15-year-old lady who I love. Our wounds are healed and we have a very good life. But then she came back. When me and my daughter were getting back home, we found Lucy in the front of our apartment, waiting for us, wanting to talk. I'd be like, get the hell out of here right now or I'm going to throw my own feces at you, bitch. Sitting there waiting to talk. 10 years she's gone. Not a word. But obviously her perception of this guy is, hey, he'll take me back. I recognized her immediately, and I would like to say that I did something cool, like ignoring her, asking her to leave, or at least be hostile with her. But no, I'm an idiot. My heart skipped a beat in the moment that I saw her. She was still beautiful as before. But somehow she looked even better. Maybe the age might make her look more mature, elegant, maybe the dress or the makeup. I don't know. But I let her in while her daughter gave us some space and went to her room. Smack! What the hell, dude? After all that, and she's in her late 30s, and you're trying to convince us that she's more beautiful than ever and elegant and mature? No, she's not. She's back because she's out of options. That's what's going on here. How about for your daughter? You obviously have a weakness for her. But how about your daughter? She told me everything she did since she left. I guarantee you she didn't tell you everything she's done and who she did it with since she left. Basically, she lived with that guy for some years. She said how much she enjoyed it, all the fun she got, and how she believed those were the best years of her life. Talk about rubbing salt in the wound. Meanwhile, your daughter has no mother. But you know what? Actually, it's a good thing this daughter didn't have this woman as a mother. Until she noticed that the excitement of that new relationship was fading slowly. At some point, she started to cheat on that guy too. Once a cheater, always a cheater. According to her, she wanted to feel alive and excited. Eventually, that relationship ended and she started dating other guys. Every relationship became shorter than the previous one until she only had casual hookups. Probably because she's getting older. She's probably in her late 30s at this point, and these guys aren't interested. They're interested in just hookups, end of story. And she's back because she's run out of options. She also said that sometimes she thought about us, our family, a bit, and she said she was too proud to admit that she had made a mistake until last year. She got COVID, and it hit her really hard to the point that she believed that she would die, and realized how alone she was, how stupid she was, and the mistake she made so long ago. Bullshit. You telling me that she was practically dying from COVID, and all of a sudden she had a dream, and the Lord appeared to her in a dream and said, I forgive you, now go see your family again. All is well, all is forgiven. Bullshit. She's just gotten older, run out of options. Guys aren't interested in her like they were 10 years ago when she was in her 20s. And now she's going back to what she considers to be a sure thing. That's what's going on here. After all that, she said she regretted everything she did and said that now she's ready to marry me and be the family we always meant to be. She's actually saying this with a straight face. What I tell you about a perception a woman has over a guy. When she was done, I asked her to leave, to give me some time to think. Smack! What do you mean, think? She accepted, saying she'd be back the next day. For years, I dreamed about her coming back, and now it was happening. But it just felt wrong. Well, go with your instincts. Since then, she visited almost daily, wanting to talk about the best years of our relationship and how we could all be a family again. Hey, why don't you talk to your daughter, dude? I asked for help, to my family and to my friends. Most of them said I would be making the worst mistake in my life to take her back. Yeah, listen to them. Others said that I could give her a chance. Smack to the others. I told her it took me a lot to heal and some more time to start making new relationships, and I would be risking everything. Risking everything for this woman who cheated on you for 2 years, or longer, I might add. And hell, how do you even know this is your daughter? That we can address. And the fact that she just cast you away like garbage. No high-value guy would ever treat her the way he did, because he was kissing her ass, and also allow someone like that in his life. One night, my daughter and I had a deep conversation about all this. I always tried to involve her in every part of our life, and this issue concerned her too, because it was her mother. Sometimes she can surprise me by being so wise and mature, because she told me, "Can you really love someone that hurt us so much?" And that was everything I needed to know. I would never forgive myself if I let her hurt my daughter again, and I said that to Lucy. The daughter is smarter than this guy. If she wanted to be around or have a relationship with her daughter, I'm okay with it, only if my daughter wanted it. But I told her we are not getting back together. Lucy only said that she would make me fall in love with her again, and she would not give up. This is how confident she is in herself. This is how desperate she is. Lady, you're no longer in your prime of your 20s. You're not going to pull this shit anymore. As an update, he says here, I didn't expect so many answers, so thanks to everyone for your answers and advices. Thanks to the ones who made me open my eyes and made me realize I still have issues with my ex and I'm not over her. And overall, to the ones who pointed to the risk of hurting my daughter that is letting her back in my life. Yeah, if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your daughter, for God's sakes. I can recognize my weakness, but I'm not letting her going to hurt my baby again, so don't worry, I'm not getting back with her. Hallelujah. Since the post, she's been insisting on a meeting. She wanted to talk. I decided to have one last talk with her and setting my boundaries. We met in a public place. The talk was long and hard. I wanted her to be honest, and I told her the moment I caught a lie, I was leaving. I asked if she was really sorry, or are we her last option? Did she really love us, or are we just a consolation prize? Did she come back for love, or because she was unable to find another man anymore? Ding, ding, ding. She was unable to answer any of that. There you go. She only said things to me like, it's not like that. You need to understand me. I'm not like this anymore. Bull freaking shit. You remember her saying that she was cheating on all the other guys that she was with. She's a piece of garbage. She kept insisting on giving her another chance. That we could love each other again, that we could be together, and she never even mentioned our daughter in any moment. Only after I pointed it out, and she started to mention her. When I tried to settle that we were over, she grabbed my hand, and as some of you told me she would do, she tried to seduce me by pulling me down to her blouse, showing me her cleavage, and saying we can find a room so I can do whatever I wanted with her. That she wouldn't say no to anything to compensate me. See, guys, this is all she's worth. Except, compared to 15 years ago, she's now late 30s. Don't get me wrong, you can have damn good-looking gals in their 30s, but she's not as appealing as she was 15 years ago. I didn't recognize that woman. She wasn't the amazing girl I met. Dude, she was never amazing. She fooled you. She wasn't the mother of my daughter. I didn't know who that woman was, but she wasn't my Lucy. She was never your Lucy. She was Bill and John and Tim and Ken and Mike and Thomas and Adam, and the list can go on, Lucy. I said her to let me go, that we were over. Neither I or my daughter would want anything to do with her, so please leave us alone. And we were living a good life without her. She then went mad, saying I couldn't leave her, that it wasn't my choice, and she doesn't have anything else, that I can't take her daughter away. can't take her daughter? Bitch, you're the one that left. You abandoned your daughter. You're the worst fucking mother in a very long time. Our daughter is doing great now. When you were riding Chad and Tyrone, riding the carousel, our daughter was needing you and you weren't there. He says, I still don't know why, but the last sentence triggered me. The next words are not my exact words, but are close to what I said on that moment. Now listen what he says. He said, your daughter, you're not her mother. You only gave birth to her, but you are not her mother. Tell me, where were you when she was sick? Were you there when she had a fever? When she was scared at night? When her first teeth fell out? When she cried on the nights because she missed her mom? Were you there on her first day of school? When she had her first period? When she had her first boyfriend? When her heart got broke the second time? Because the first one who broke her heart was her mother. Yeah, dude. He said, which sausage were you riding when she needed a mom? You have no right to claim you're her mother because you never acted like that. Good job, man. He's gotten his balls back. She tried to reply, but I saw how she was unable to find the words, so I left her. Back at home, she sent me some texts asking for another meeting, for another chance, that she loves me and she can change, but I'm done. She's never going to change. She hasn't changed and she'll never change. She's just desperate for her last shot. You were all right. She doesn't love me or our daughter at all. She only loves herself. Having her on my life would be bad and toxic. I don't need that and I don't need her. You're damn right. You're doing just fine, bro. My daughter and I are going back to therapy soon. Some of you are right. I need to work on myself, be strong, and get over those feelings for her. Because they're not real. Just memories of what I thought she was. Exactly. What this guy, I think, honestly, this guy will now truly be able to heal. Because now he got to see her again, and he had the strength to pretty much tell her to pound sand and move on, and see her for what she is, you know? But all those years, he's thinking about her and all that. But you know what? This guy made a lot of mistakes, both in the past and the present, but at the end, he handled things right, and that's all that matters. So good for him. And now he needs, like I said, work on himself, be strong for his daughter, be a good dad, and definitely do things that he wants to do. And that's all any guy can do, you know? And hope that he raises his daughter to be an amazing woman, not like the gals nowadays. And I don't think she will be like the gals nowadays, seeing how, obviously, what her mother's like. And that's that. But what's great is that he had both his family and her family there helping out. Now he needs to sue her ass for 10 years of child support. How about that? Now, a few comments here before I wrap this up. One guy says here, and he's quoting, she had the best years of her life without you and your daughter. To me, that says everything. There's no regret there. Be proud of yourself. You put in the hard work and raise an amazing daughter. Find someone worthy of that. Your ex ain't that. Another guy says here, oh, thank goodness. Every time I see a good ending, I'm scared that they're going to forgive the person that did them dirty. I love when they stand up for themselves. This was a good ending, and I'm happy him and his daughter going back to therapy. Yes, it's good. But you know who also needs therapy? His fucking ex. And one more says here, her daughter, Jesus effing Christ, that took the cake. Her daughter, yes, but only when mommy feels like it. The other times, nah, sorry, darling. You got DICK to ride. So there you go, guys. A good story about a guy who gets his manhood back, but never take back someone that treats you this terribly. And better yet, have a good radar for picking these people out before you even come into your lives and screw it all up. But no shame whatsoever. But good for this guy. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below what you think about this. And guys, you come across a great story, definitely email it to me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. Just give me some time to get to it, and I definitely will. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.